had the pleasure of interviewing a lady by the name of Samara Dunn, and she is the owner and CEO and founder of a mentoring program called Dreams Girl Mentoring. And the mentoring program is for teenage pregnant girls or girls that were, or teenage girls that had babies and stuff like that. And the purpose of the program is to help them, despite their circumstances, to be successful. So they help them register for school if they dropped out, or if they're, this is for girls that goes up to 12th grade. So if they're in 12th grade, they help them register for college and stuff like that. They also had a sister program called Smart Girls, and this is actually for teenage girls that are not pregnant, and they help them with entrepreneurship and college applications and everything like that. Interviewing Mrs. Tamara, I asked her, like, how did you get started? Like, where did you get the idea of being not only an entrepreneur, but it being in a mentoring field? And it was really crazy because she said that she got the idea because when she was 19, she went to Morgan State majoring in psychology, she actually became the guardian of her goddaughter, who at the time was 4 years old. Her goddaughter was her best friend's daughter. She didn't really go into detail as to what happened to the mom and like why she had to get custody of her. But she said that since she was 19, she felt like she was still kind of young and wasn't experienced. She wasn't thinking about having children like that. So now she has this 4-year-old, didn't really know what to do with her. So she said it was difficult finding resources and trying to help her, this now child, who's I guess now her daughter, helping her get into schools and do certain things. So she said that's what made her decide she wanted to have her own mental program for teenage girls. I didn't really find a connection, but okay. I asked her, like, how did she get started? In addition, like, once she coined the idea, okay, I want to be a mentor, like, where did you start? And she said that she got the idea and she had 2 of her best friends that they kind of went into it together. But over the years, she realized that friendship and business does not mix. So she started off and they started advertising through MySpace, which seems ancient. But a young girl actually reached out to her, and that's how she got her first girl. And once other girls started to find out, she started in her grandmother's basement, and then like more and more girls started to catch on, and then she started in I think it's Thomas D. Nichols elementary school in Baltimore City, because the program is in Baltimore City. And now they have like 20 to 25 girls in just the Dream Girls mentoring program. So now she expanded to her own building. I asked her, throughout the years, now that your best friends aren't able to, you can't mix friendship and business, like how has that affected you with the rest of your relationships and stuff like that? And she said that her friends are still her best friends, and they come back and help volunteer and help with programs and everything like that, but other relationships, it hasn't affected her at all. We got into talking about it's a nonprofit program, so like how does she bring in money, like how can she support her own bills and stuff like that. And she said that she actually worked for DJS, and she actually quit her job last year, and now she's a substitute teacher. And she said that has been great for her because it allows her to spend a lot of time for her mentoring program, and she can work basically whenever she wants to work, and it's working for her. I asked her did she want to expand outside of Baltimore City, and she said eventually she does, but she doesn't want to bite off more than she can chew, so she's going to keep it right now in the Baltimore City area. I asked her, okay, you're a major in psychology, but do you have any other experience in being an entrepreneur or anything like that? She said no, she had no classes, no nothing. She didn't know what she was getting herself into per se as far as funding and everything. So she said that when she tried to reach out for companies that help with startups and stuff like that, they were way too expensive and she didn't have any money. So she learned everything on her own. So with that being said, I said, well, what do you feel is your biggest failures, or what did you learn from that, or learn from your mistakes? And she said she doesn't regret anything that she did, and she would, if she had to do it over, she would do the same thing because every day is a new learning experience. She says the only thing that she would do differently is learn more about taxes, because she said taxes have been a major pain in the butt, and it's very difficult for her right now. But again, every day is a work in progress.